players, the Kent Theater, and myself, I want to welcome you to tonight's performance of Fish and Visitors. For those of you who don't know, this is the 8th year that we've done one of my shows, but it's the first year that we've ever brought one back and have redone it. And when we did it the first time, it's like 7 years ago, my mother-in-law, for some reason, thought this play was about her. and you'll understand later why she would think that. She was so adamant that she even threatened to hire an attorney and sue me for royalties. But you know, fortunately I was able to avoid the litigation, but unfortunately she died a few years back. But as we were preparing for this performance and practicing through the weeks, I kept getting this strong and very discomforting feeling that she was once again close. And so I talked to my wife, and she was pretty excited. She said, you know, let's bring her spirit back. Let's see what she's doing and how she's doing. And so she insisted that I hire a psychic or a medium, you know, to try to channel her spirits. And I'm a pretty, I call it frugal, she calls it cheap. But, and I said, okay, I'll go get one. But she insisted it be one certified by the American Association of Psychics. As if that's any credibility whatsoever. So I just want to introduce you to Madam Mackerel.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. It's wonderful to be here. Let's get started. Ah, yes, I too sense her presence. Very strong. Amanda, you have something to say, yes? Speak to me.
Okay, I'm sure this is legitimate, so prove to me you know what you're doing.
Speak through me. Well, Scott, I see you are still lazy and not at all handy around the house. I never did understand what Danielle sees in you.
No, this is creepy, but accurate.
I hear ringing. Hey, turn off that cell phone. Honestly, manners of kids these days.
You can tell she was always tactful and kind.
Quiet with those wrappers. Chew with your mouth closed and no slurping.
Now you can understand the inspiration and motivation that I had for this play.
I see a light, a bright light, and it's coming closer. Hey, I told you no photography, especially with those obnoxious flashes. In fact, there's no taping or pictures of any kind without the permission of the slacker here.
You know, for a moment I thought she was seeing the lights of heaven, but I hardly thought that possible.
Don't think I've forgotten about those royalties, Scott. I've been speaking to my attorneys here.
I'm sure there are thousands of them around here.
And they'll be reaching out to you.
Oh, you know, I gotta go. You know, it's time to start the show. Hey, have fun. We'll see you later.
He's still as cheap as a... Wait! Mr. Phillips! What about my fee?
Come on, Dad, let's go.
We won't be too long, honey. Just a quick trip to Frank's Hardware to get paint. Cody and Michael are coming with me.
That sounds like fun.
I don't see why I have to go too, Dad. Haley said she might call. The last thing I want to do is to talk to her while you and Michael are around. You don't want to ruin my social life, do you?
I do.
We're getting the paint for Michael's room and for your room, too. You have to help pick it out, because if I get a color you don't like, you won't stop complaining. As if you need a reason.
Can I get red and gold? Dark red with gold stripes. Just like I saw on Iron Man. That'd be so cool. Can I get it, Dad, please?
I'm not sure.
Listen, dweeb. Dad won't let you get those colors. Let me see. You can have white, off-white, cloud, and if you're really lucky, maybe you can have eggshell. Isn't that right, Dad? How about I just make my choice now? I pick white. Now can I stay home?
Cody, stop talking back to your father. You boys go and have a good time. And Steve, don't drive.
I know. Don't drive too fast with the kids in the car. Don't run any stop signs.
Don't pick up any hitchhikers.
And watch for squirrels crossing the road.
And don't run any yellow lights.
There are no lights. It's only 2 blocks.
I know, just be careful.
More wine. Oh, yeah.
I am so glad they're gone, Julie. We need to talk.
Sure. Taking pills and drinking wine? I guess you do need help.
It's just vitamin B12. They say it's good for stress when things are tough. Plus, you're all out of Valium.
Well, if you need to talk, I'm all ears, especially if there's wine.
I don't know what I'm going to do, Julie.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
My mom called today and she's coming for a visit.
Okay, that's bad. Does Steve know?
That's just it. I don't know how to break the news to him.
Your mother coming is tough enough, but good luck telling Steve.
You know what happened the last time she came to visit? After she left, Steve didn't talk to me for 3 days. Actually, that wasn't so bad. Cody didn't talk to me either. I don't know what the big deal is. My mom can be a little overbearing, but she can be sweet at times too.
Your mom? A little overbearing? Sweet? I suspect she hasn't been sweet since she was 6. And that's giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Perhaps you're right. She can be difficult. When she first arrives, she's like a bull in a china shop.
A cow would be more accurate.
She comes bursting in here, giving orders and complaining about everything. The kids are unruly, the house isn't clean enough, my dinners aren't good enough.
It's all coming back to you now. Do you need another pill? Maybe some wine?
And then she starts in on Steve. He doesn't have a decent job. Why didn't you marry Scott Phillips? He has a good job. It really bothers Steve. It bothers me too.
I trust you don't tell Steve what he says.
Oh, I don't have to. Steve's right in the room when she says it. The two haven't gotten along since our very first date.
The first date? What happened?
Well, Steve was early and I was upstairs getting ready. The two of them went into the kitchen together, and all I know is something happened, but I never did get the whole story.
It's never a good idea to let your date talk to your parents for any length of time. Rarely would any good come of that.
In fact, my mother wanted me to break up with him after that very first date. The next time Steve came over to visit, she secretly invited my cousin Debbie over.
Oh, that's the cousin I met last year. She's beautiful.
I know. My mom kept sending me in the kitchen to get food or drinks, and while I was out of the room, she would tell Steve how smart Debbie was and that she was single. I was so mad when I found out what she tried to do. Fortunately, Steve didn't fall for her nefarious plan.
I like that word, nefarious.
It probably helped more that Debbie didn't like Steve at all. After that, my mom was resigned that she couldn't change things. She just had to be critical.
And she does that so very well.
And it's only gotten worse over the years. The two can tolerate each other, but only when they're in separate cities. And now, here comes another visit.
How long is she staying this time?
That's just it. She wouldn't say. I tried to get her to say. I asked her several times, and she kept changing the subject. You remember the last time she came to visit was only for a week, and the last few days were hell.
Knowing your mother, I imagine the first few days weren't much better.
Steve says that after 3 days, fish and visitors both start to stink.
Isn't that a Ben Franklin quote?
It is, but Steve doesn't think I know that. Sometimes you just have to let men think they're clever.
Knowing your mother, the stink arrives with her.
Julie, you're not helping.
I'm sorry, maybe I need more wine.
I thought you'd have some suggestions.
Suggestions about what? How to keep your mom from coming?
Julie, about how to break the news to Steve.
Oh, okay, let me think. I doubt the straightforward, in-your-face approach will work with Steve. His reaction would be too unpredictable. I think you need to soften him up a bit. Use your feminine charm. Then, after he's nice and cozy, spring it on him. But gradually.
I don't think I have enough feminine charm to overcome that shock.
Or you could try the sympathetic approach. Tell him, my mother's not doing well, and given her age, I feel that it's important that I spend some time with her.
She's only 65, but she does always say she's not going to be around much longer and will be sorry when she's gone.
There you go, use that.
Steve says that with his luck, she'll last another 30 years. Steve has this theory that mother-in-laws only die when Satan needs another devil in hell.
As a last resort, you could try the honest approach. Let him have it with both barrels, but watch out for the recoil. Steve's a pretty good guy. He may yell and rant a little, but he'll be okay.
I don't know. The more I think about that conversation with my mother, the more it bothers me. I mean, the woman can be evasive, even incoherent at times. But when she has a set schedule, she sticks to it, despite who she inconveniences.
At least she's consistent.
I know I should be excited that she's here coming for a visit, but I really can't imagine why she'd want to stay long. She certainly doesn't care for Steve, and Cody's not much better in her eyes. I don't even think she likes me all that much. The only one she can tolerate is Michael. They actually get along. She asks him to call her Butchie.
Butchie?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Busha, which is Polish for grandmother. But when Michael was little, he couldn't say it, and Butchie is what came out. Steve calls her Bitchy. And Cody calls her Butt Cheeks. But not to her face.
Well, Kathy, I wish you well.
All that wine and that's the best you've got?
Some problems just have no solutions. I can reimburse you for the wine if you insist. Anyway, I need to get home. Jay went golfing at the club today, and I hate it when he gets home first. Without me there, he'll make a mess. Worse yet, I get to hear a hole by hole by hole replay of his game. How exciting is that? On second thought, maybe I'll just stay here.
Hi, Jay. Come on in. Golf can't get over early?
Oh, no. It took us forever to get around. Almost 4 hours. I decided not to have drinks afterwards because I wanted to rush home and tell Julie about this great shot I made. Of course, she wasn't home, so I guess she was here.
Right. They probably wanted you to buy the drinks. Nice of you to make yourself at home with the cookie.
Oh, that's okay. That's what they're there for.
Hi, honey. I'm glad you're here. I made this great 7-iron on number 6, 155 yards out. You know the hole. It's the one that dog legs from left to right.
Never golfed, never been on the course, but I know it well.
There I was, on the fairway, ball, green. I'm lining my shot up, trying to concentrate, getting it lined up, and I've got 2 clowns behind me cracking jokes saying, "Hey Jay, my grandma called. She wants her pants back." Like, come on guys, I'm trying to focus here, you know? This is an important shot. Let me make it. Etiquette. So anyway, I'm lining it up, Getting there. I go back, bang! The ball comes off of my club and starts going to the right. And then it curves to the left.
Come on, honey, let's go home.
The ball lands softly on the green and begins rolling toward the hole.
We don't want to bore Kathy with this.
You could see Al and Tom getting nervous as the ball is making a beeline straight for the pin.
Thanks for the line.
And then all you could hear was clink. And you knew the ball was in the hole. Both of their jaws dropped open.
Come on, Jay, let's go home.
It was great! Yep. Got a double bogey on that one.
He's so pathetic. I hope you find a way to break the news. I wish I could have been more help. Just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Break. What news?
Oh, nothing much. My mom called today and she's coming for a visit.
Ew! What bad luck.
Thanks a lot. I don't consider my mother coming for a visit as my bad luck.
Well, I was actually thinking for Steve, but it could be for you too.
Thanks.
That is a tough problem. Maybe I can help. You want my advice?
I'm sure that'll clear up everything for her.
No, I'd actually like to hear how you would solve it.
I think you should just stay quiet and then wait until she shows up.
Not say anything?
I didn't think about that. Not bad. I'm shocked. Go on.
And if she says, well, I told you I was coming, you can just pretend that you forgot. What? What, Mom? What?
Never thought I would say this, but your idea might just work.
I don't know, you two. I don't think Steve would buy that one. That's a hard thing to forget.
If he questions you, just start telling him about all the things you do throughout the day. Getting him and the kids ready in the morning, cooking the meals, doing the dishes, cleaning the house, and work on top of that. With all that going on, it's only natural to forget. What's he gonna do? Question all the work you do as wife and mother?
Ha! Even I'm not that foolish.
He'll be backpedaling so fast, he won't dare say a word.
I always say a good offense is a great defense.
That only proves you watch too much sports.
I don't know. I don't think I could lie that easily.
Well, it's really not that difficult. I mean, we can practice if you want.
No thanks. I think I'll just tell him when he gets home and get it over with.
Well, that was one of the better ideas I've had in a long time, so it's such a shame to just throw it out so quickly.
Well, Kathy, at least consider the options. Come on, Jay, let's go.
Yeah, I'm hungry. What's for dinner?
I don't know. What are you gonna make?
Ha, very funny. Actually, my dear, I was thinking we could go out for dinner.
Really? How nice.
Yeah, we can hit the ball game. We can get 2 beers and 1 dog.
Ha ha.
You see, I didn't have to get white.
It's gray. Whoop-de-doo! And it was only because it was on the sales rack.
And I get to have red curtains. Can we hang them up now, Mom?
Not yet, honey. I need to talk to your dad. Where is he?
He'll be in soon. I think he had to grab the paint, brushes, rollers, tarps, plastic, all that stuff out of the car.
Why didn't you boys help him?
He didn't ask.
Yeah, he didn't.
You
You should have helped him.
Honest, you know me, Mom. If you would have asked, I would have helped.
Suck up.
You're just mad because Haley didn't call.
Who's Haley?
I told you before, she's the girl that might be my girlfriend.
She must not be very smart, or she would have dumped you right off.
Stop fighting. Go to your rooms and be quiet. I need to speak with your dad.
Hi, honey.
Oh my goodness. Let me help you with that. Why didn't you ask the boys?
Well, I opened the truck, looked around, they were gone. Amazing how the prospect of work can motivate them. Never seen them move so fast in my life.
Well, you know what? Forget about that for now. Why don't you come on over here? Look, I have the remote control. And I'll get you a cold beer. Thanks so much for taking the boys to get the paint.
You're welcome, but why are you being so nice?
No reason. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you.
What did you buy?
Nothing. Can I get you something to eat?
No, thank you. Do you want to get your hair colored again?
No. How about if I rub your shoulder?
Okay, what is it?
Well, nothing really. My mom called today and she said she might come for a short visit.
Kathy.
No!
Cody, you should be ashamed of yourself eavesdropping like that.
Please don't let her come!
I agree with both of you.
Honest, Mom, I wasn't listening. I was just hanging out in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I heard you say Grandma was coming. It was like a shock to my system!
Oh, stop that.
Well, Mom, you know I can't help it when I get nervous, and I'm feeling very nervous right now.
Go back to your room.
But Dad, you know how it is when she comes. She bosses me around all the time. She makes my life miserable. And now, I might have a girlfriend. She'll ruin my social life.
Cody, go back to your room before you're grounded.
I'm going.
Kathy,
But you have to do something, Dad.
your mother, she was just here last month.
It was 6 months ago, and it wasn't that bad.
Compared to what? The storming of the Bastille? The invasion of Normandy? The first day was only miserable, and it got progressively worse after that. You know it did. You didn't tell her it was okay to come visit without talking to me first, did you? I thought we talked about just that when she finally left the last time. Don't you remember?
I remember you didn't talk to me for 3 days.
But when we did start talking, you said you would not put us through that without proper warning. I need time to prepare. Maybe plan a fishing trip with the guys.
Can I come too?
Cody! See how bad it is? He doesn't even like to fish, and he certainly doesn't like the guys. Not sure he likes me either. So, how much time do I have? When do you think she'll be here?
Well, we never really got to that part.
How can you not get to that part? When is she coming?
Oh, I don't know, Steve. She really didn't say. Could be any time now. Hey, Mom. It's good to see you. Hi, honey. Am I early?
About 5 years. Oh, hi, Eunice. Nice to see you.
You don't even lie well, Steve. I see you put on a few pounds, lost a few on top. I don't know why you ever married him. Where are the kids?
Watchie, you're here. I missed you so much.
Oh, I miss you too, Michael. It's so nice to get a warm welcome. Cody, your grandma's here.
I know.
Cody, come out and say hello to your grandmother.
Hi, Grandma. Nice to see you. Glad you came.
Cody!
Oh, I'm sorry. Your hair looks so nice, Grandma.
Oh, leave him alone. He inherited his tact and polish from his father. You really can't blame him. He's really a great kid, Mom. You just need to take some time to get to know him.
On the other hand, you could just take our word for it.
You could be right. I can be a little hard on him. Listen, why don't we go to your room and unpack? We can talk then.
Can I help?
Yes, honey, come with us.
I came over as soon as I could. I'm so sorry. I'd have been here sooner, but Julie really wanted to hear the rest of my golf story.
I guess you saw her car in the driveway.
Well, not too many people still drive a 72 AMC Gremlin. Plus, I heard it go by the house a few minutes ago, too. See, Kathy told Julie and me that her mother was coming, but I didn't realize she'd be here so soon.
I didn't realize she'd be here at all.
Bummer. So, don't suppose you figured out what we're gonna do?
About what?
About getting her out of here, buddy! As soon as possible.
I don't think there's anything we can do, buddy. You know who controls the household around here. I can't just tell her to leave. I hardly have much to say when it's just the family. But now with Eunice here...
Isn't there something we can do?
What, give Kathy an ultimatum, either me or her mom? I think I need a place to stay. No, I suppose I'll just wait it out in misery.
I can't let that happen to my best bud without at least offering some assistance.
And it will be misery too. I won't be able to watch what I want on TV. Can't walk around the house in my underwear.
That's important!
And it'll certainly put a strain between Kathy and me. I'll have insults thrown at me left and right. I might even have to work extra hours just to keep my sanity.
Dude, you are desperate.
It won't be any better for me either.
Do you always eavesdrop?
It comes in handy. Dad, I can't have my friends over because she's here. And every day, she'll ask me questions and make me talk to her. And now there's no way I'll be able to have Haley over when the family's gone because Grandma never leaves.
What?
It was just hypothetical, Dad. You know I'd never do that. Anyway, it's not just you who will be in misery.
Well, I've got nothing. I mean, I just like to commiserate with the two of you. But I'm here for you. I've got your back.
Dad, we have to do something.
I agree, son. I just don't know what.
Well, I think I hear the women coming, so we can't really talk about this right now. But if we meet back here, say, day after tomorrow, that'll give us some time to think of something. A master plan, if you will. I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can come up with something that'll work.
You two certainly seem more confident in yourselves than I am, but okay, I'll try to think of something.
All right, then. Tuesday, after work.
Thanks for having us over. I was totally bored.
Me too. My daughter was making me talk to a salesman.
What was he selling?
Cemetery plots. And he was making me mad.
Making you mad?
His prices were too high.
Who cares, Claire? What are you going to do with your money after you're in the plot?
I used my negotiating skills. Asked him if they had any senior citizen discounts.
Why would they discount their only customers?
He just laughed too. So I upped the pressure. Told him I was a AAA member And had a Costco card.
And?
Nothing. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't get rid of him fast enough.
Well, it's so nice of you two to come over. It's been forever since we've talked.
Well, it's my pleasure, but it's only been 6 months or so. I was here the last time you came to visit.
Why wasn't I invited?
You were here. You just don't remember.
Oh, I suppose that could be the case. How are you doing, Eunice?
Oh, not so bad for a woman my age. My blood pressure's been acting up from time to time. The doctor put me on new medicine. That's 4 pills I have to pay for. It's ridiculous. I'm beginning to think he doesn't know what he's doing. He just keeps adding pills and billing me for nothing. Other than that, I don't have much to complain about. Just the usual aches and pains.
Well, there's nothing usual about my aches and pains. Why, ever since I fell last year, my hip has been giving me all kinds of problems. Why? Some days I can hardly walk. I just get by limping here and there about the house. The doctor thinks I might need a hip replacement soon.
Why don't you get a cane, Bee?
Canes are for old people. Once you start down that path, walkers aren't far behind.
I went to the eye doctor last week, and he said I'm getting cataracts in both eyes. In both eyes. He wants to operate next month. I'll have to get the okay from my heart doctor first, though. It just seems like one health problem after another.
I have an idea. Let's go over to the Legion Hall and play some bingo.
I wouldn't mind, but last time it wasn't that much fun.
Why?
You know how they are there. All they ever talk about is their aches and pains.
I don't want to hear that.
You're right. Oh, did I tell you my brother Fred is having his birthday party tomorrow?
Even if you did, do you think I would remember?
Hi, Bee. Hi, Claire. Hey, Mom, I'm going to go up to the school and pick up Michael.
It's nice to see you, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. You look nice today.
Hi, Kathy. So how old is your brother?
Let's see. He's 2 years older than my late husband, Bernie.
And Bernie was born a year after his sister Fran.
And Fran got married in 1960. That was 2 years out of high school. I think she was dating Arnie Otten at the time she graduated. Well, she dumped him in a hurry. I never thought he was right for her anyway.
I don't remember him. What did he look like?
You dated him for a year after that.
Wow. I remember now.
It was several years later that she met Bill.
Oh, and he was such a nice guy, and he had a great job. She was lucky to get him.
If only we all could be so lucky.
You're right.
So what was the question?
Don't look at me.
I honestly don't remember.
Well, it really doesn't matter anyway.
Sounds like you three are going to have lots of fun today. Hey, Mom, I have some cookies in the oven. Can you check on them in a bit? Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Now that she's gone, I have to talk to you. I have a problem.
Well, you know, I'll try to help.
What can we do for you?
I sold my house last week. Put all my belongings in storage, packed my clothes, and headed out.
Congratulations, Eunice. That's wonderful. Isn't it? Let's go to the casino.
I stopped on the trip over here.
Bingo?
Oh, hush up now, Claire. We've already settled that. So, what are your plans? And what's your problem?
The problem is, I didn't think so far ahead. The buyers gave me what I asked for, but insisted I be out in a week. What could I do? So I did it. Now, I don't have a place to stay.
Why don't you take a vacation? You know, a nice long trip.
My friend Hazel just took a vacation to England. She had a great time. She said the best part was they all spoke English. The worst part was the food.
I took a trip to Spain a couple years ago. Oh, it was wonderful.
What language do they speak there?
Mexican.
No, I hate to travel alone.
Oh, well, you're here now, and I'm sure Kathy won't mind if you stay until you sort things out.
I'm sure Kathy can tell Steve not to mind too.
The truth is, I really haven't broken the news to them yet.
Oh, this is getting good.
I thought you were here to help.
Oh, sorry. Please go on.
I need your advice on how to tell them. I don't plan to stay here forever, God help me. But I may need a few months to figure things out.
Just keep quiet. You know how polite Kathy is. And I don't think she'd ever be rude enough to ask when you're going to leave.
Yes. And you'd have the added bonus of bugging Steve, which I know would break your heart. By the time they get up the nerve to ask, you may have the few months you need.
This may come as a shock to both of you, but I'm really not comfortable with that degree of dishonesty.
Well, I'm not shocked, but it does surprise me a bit.
To your second point, I know I give Steve grief, and must say I enjoy it too, but really, Kathy could have done a lot worse. He takes care of her, he spends time with the kids, even if he isn't the best role model. And he sure isn't very good looking. And he ought to have a better job. And he could be a lot nicer to his in-laws. But overall, he's not that bad.
Well, despite the tenderness of your newly found affection, I think it's best that you not tell him directly. Why don't you just break the news to Kathy and let her tell the rest of the family? She'll find a way.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm going to take the cookies out of the oven for Kathy. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
As if we could move that fast.
How did it get so bad between her and Steve? He seems like a pretty nice guy, at least from what I've seen.
Well, I don't know the whole story, but she never liked him from the first time he came to pick up Kathy.
What happened?
Well, he got there a little bit early, and he was just hanging around the kitchen watching Eunice and I play Scrabble. Well, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do about that. He was watching and watching, and I thought, well, it'll be forever before Kathy gets her clothes changed and gets ready to go. So I thought, well, we'll just let him play. And so we invited him, he sat down and he played with us. I could tell Eunice wasn't too thrilled, but she didn't say anything at all. You know how competitive she can be, and I don't think she liked the way the game was going.
Did Steve win the game?
Oh, no. Actually, I won. By really quite a lot. But he did manage to get a few more points than Eunice, and made the mistake of gloating, even though it was only just in fun. You should have been there, dear. It was so much fun. Wasn't that quick?
I just had to take the tray out of the oven. They still need to firm up a bit.
I have a way to break the news. Why not tell the young one? What's his name?
Michael.
Yes, just tell Michael and let him tell his mother. He'll be all excited. After all, he does love you. And what could Kathy say after that?
What do you think, Bee?
Oh, just be honest with her. Tell her the situation. Tell her you'll try not to disrupt the family's routine. Tell her you'll even try to be nicer to Steve.
I think I'll take Claire's advice instead.
What advice?
Oh, now once you get started, it won't be that bad. I honestly think you want things to improve, and with a little effort, maybe they will.
I hear someone coming. So I think your brother will be 78 tomorrow.
I see you finally figured out the question.
And answer.
Well, we got sidetracked a little.
Hi, Butchie. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Michael. Come and give me a hug. How was school?
It was pretty good. Miss Newbie gave me lots of homework. I should probably go get started.
I can help you with that later, honey.
Thanks. That'd be great, Butchie.
Nice to see you, Michael. Oh dear, come on, Claire, we really need to get going. Bingo's going to be starting in half an hour.
But I thought we were going to wait until Eunice told Kathy about...
Eunice, thank you for inviting us over. Call if you need anything.
Hey, Mom, what was that all about?
Oh, I don't know. You know Claire. How about if I help you clean up the living room?
Mom, what's going on?
Oh, I know. I could cook dinner tonight. You've had a long day.
Mom, what's wrong?
Well, I guess I might as well go ahead and tell you. The truth is, I haven't been completely honest with you.
Oh, no. This brings back memories from my childhood. The repressed ones.
Well, you might say I came here under false pretenses. The reason I didn't tell you how long I was going to stay is because I don't know.
Oh, well, you know what? A week or two longer, that's okay. You know you're more than welcome.
It might be longer than that. I sold my house, and I really have no place to stay except here.
Butchie, you're coming to live with us? That would be great. Wait until I tell Dad and Cody.
Oh, Michael, I don't think that's what she means. Mom, why don't you go to your home?
Well, I don't plan to move in, at least not permanently. I just may need a place for a couple of months.
Months.
Oh, honey, if it's too much trouble, I can leave in a day or two.
No, Butchie, don't leave. I want you to stay.
Does everyone in this house eavesdrop?
I learned it from Cody.
You may need a new role model.
No, Mom, you know what? Michael's right. You're family. You can stay as long as you need. Okay?
Well, I will try to make things as pleasant as possible, even if it means being nicer to Steve. I promise I will do my best to make it work.
Thanks, Mom. I'm sure it's going to be fine.
I'm a little tired. I think I'll go rest for a while. Michael, will you walk Butchie to her room?
You know what? Michael, go ahead without her. I want to talk to you. Just 1 second. Since you promised to be nicer to Steve, maybe you can answer a question for me. You have never liked him from the very first date. Did he say or do something to upset you?
Oh, I should have let it go. But he came into the kitchen where Bea and I were having a nice game of Scrabble. He just assumed he could play with us. He made us start the game over. I should have let it go, but first impressions are hard to overcome.
I suppose he beat you.
Heavens, no! He may have come close to B, but I whooped him.
Thanks, Mom, for telling me. And remember your promise to be nicer.
I will, honey, for you.
Hello, Julie. I have a big problem. My mom's here to stay for a long while. Oh, not days, months. What am I gonna do? Yes, I'll tell Steve when he gets home, but be prepared. My mother might be here, but I may need a place to stay.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Why don't you come on over here and sit down? I'll get you something cold to drink.
This cannot be good. What is it now?
Hey, Julie.
Hi, Julie. You two have a good time. Cody and I are going to work on getting this bike fixed.
My bike?
What's wrong with your bike? I didn't know it was broken.
It's not really broken, just needs some maintenance to keep it in good shape. Come on, Cody.
Hey, thanks so much for going with me today. I really appreciate it.
Going to the mall? What an inconvenience. You know how I hate shopping. But for a friend, it'll be my good deed for the day.
Aw, Julie, you know what I mean. As much as I should enjoy spending time with my mom, I don't think I could survive the shopping trip without someone else coming along. You'll save me from having to listen to her complain about Steve and Cody. And that's just the ride there. By the time we get to Macy's, she'll have covered my cooking inadequacies, my disorganization, and my poor choices in life.
Come on, this will be fun. It really won't be that bad. Glad I could help.
It's bad, Julie. I have never seen Steve so mad before. And Cody is nastier than normal, and I hardly thought that possible. Geez, Julie, even the dog won't come when I call. The only one that's happy is Michael. He just can't stop smiling.
Look, Kathy, your mother did promise to be nicer, so take her for her word. At best, it'll be a good bonding experience. At worst, your mother will become the enemy your family can rally against. Either way, it's okay.
All ready to go. Oh, hi, Julie. Hey, Mom. I hope you don't mind I invited Julie to join us. She's so much fun to take shopping.
Not at all. The more the merrier.
Does that mean I can come too?
No, honey, I think you need to stay home with your dad. You won't have much fun shopping with 3 women.
It has to be a whole lot more fun than staying home with Dad and Cody. They're mad at something, and sooner or later, it's gonna be me.
Oh, let him come. It'll be fun to have him along.
I don't mind, Kathy. Nothing can spoil a trip to the mall.
Okay, you can come.
Can we stop at Toys R Us? I have my own money.
Sure. Steve, Michael's coming with us.
Okay, have a good time. Good, they're gone. Let's figure out what we're gonna do. That was close.
She almost saw me.
It's not like we were hiding you, but you're right. Seeing you in the garage, she'd have known we were up to something. Julie would never believe you'd be doing any work in there.
Exactly.
So what happened? We were talking so fast on the phone, I could hardly understand a word you said.
She's not leaving.
Who's not leaving?
My mother-in-law.
Ever?
Ever.
Never. She's taken over my room, too. I have to share a room with Michael now. It's so degrading. She even put a lot of her stuff in the little room in back where the dog sleeps.
Might say both bitches use that room now.
Buddy, this is serious. We need to come up with a plan and fast. So do either one of you have any ideas?
I couldn't think of anything, and I even tried. And I'm motivated.
I guess miracles can happen.
Teenagers can always come up with ideas.
Even good ones once in a while.
If you really, really wanted to bug your parents, what would you do?
I don't know. I've never really had to make an effort to figure that out before. Usually it just comes naturally.
And often.
Wait! I think I've got it. How about I ignore her? Not talk to her, give her the old silent treatment.
That wouldn't work. In fact, she'd probably like it.
Come on, Cody. You can do better than that. Steve, what about you?
I'm having trouble too. But have no doubt, I'm motivated.
Wait! I got it! How about I invite some friends over? Dad, the real obnoxious ones.
All your friends are obnoxious. Except that Marty Williams. I really like her.
I wasn't thinking of Marty. She's kind of a nerd.
No, she's really a nice kid.
No, Cody's right. She's a nerd. And that's a lot coming from me.
Fine. I'll invite Marty. And I'll also have Frank and Jimmy come over. We can play a game of poker, and I'll ask them to be extra loud, as if they need encouragement. They can be really loud.
You might just have something there, son. This could get your grandmother all riled up. Make sure they're extra messy. Turn up the stereo. Play some rap music.
Oh, yes!
But you'll have to do it late in the afternoon, right after school.
Why then?
Because I couldn't stand it either. And if Kathy were home, she'd make them stop. But there's another reason.
What's that?
All your grandmother does in the afternoon is watch TV. All those detective, crime scene, investigative reruns. Her favorites are Law and Order and CSI Howard City.
That show is so stupid. Every time I watch it, someone gets killed.
Cody, it's important that you disrupt her viewing. Make it impossible for her to watch TV.
I like it. Now we're getting somewhere. This is really getting fun.
Do you really think it might work?
Certainly worth a try. Let's hope it's enough.
Well, guys, we can't stop with one plan. I mean, we need to come up with a plan B. Another option. A numero dos. An alternative. A
Stop! I get it. But that will have to come from you two. I'm out of ideas.
You're right. That was a lot of thinking for you, son.
Well, let's just say that I didn't come as unprepared as the two of you. Work with me here, Steve. How long has your mother been widowed?
It's my mother-in-law.
Oh, I'm sorry. How long has your mother-in-law been widowed?
Oh, let's see. It was before Kathy and I were married. I guess it's better than 20 years or so. He was quite a bit older than her, and it was kind of a long illness. He wasn't doing very well at the end. He couldn't walk or talk very well, and he was almost deaf. Deaf part was a blessing, I suppose.
Did she ever date anyone after his death?
Ew! Thinking about it gives me the creeps.
Now that you mention it, she did have one date. Kathy was visiting her at the time and said she was a nervous wreck, like a schoolgirl. I think it didn't go very well. She never had a second date.
Please stop! It's bad enough thinking about you and Mom dating.
So why do you ask?
Well, let's suppose we could get someone to pay attention to her. Let's suppose we could get someone to be really interested in her.
That might get me to leave home.
An extra bonus. You know, in theory that might work, but where on earth are we going to find someone like that?
And how much do we have to pay them?
That's the great thing. I have somebody in mind, and I don't think we'll have to pay him a cent.
Did he just get out of jail?
Son! How long was he in for?
No! I was thinking of old man McCoy. As a matter of fact, I invited him over to discuss a few things. He should be here any minute.
Old man McCoy? Isn't he that guy that's drinking all the time?
Wilfred McCoy. Yeah, he's probably 75 years old, but I thought he was married.
He was. See? His wife passed away a couple months ago.
Don't you think it's a little soon for him to start up again?
I don't think so. See, his wife was in the nursing home for years before that, see? So I think that he was living a free life long before she passed.
So much for mourning periods.
Get this, okay? He even asked one of the ladies from the church out to dinner while they were at the funeral.
At that age, maybe you need to hurry those things along.
Let's not lose sight of our objective here, okay? If we tell him that there's a lonely widow just waiting to be wooed, he'll be all over it.
So, how's a little male attention gonna get butt cheeks to leave?
This isn't ordinary male attention, Steve. Okay, Gretchen Boyle told me that he was calling her so many times a day that she had to change her phone number. And then Helen Wilkins said that he asked her out every day for a week, and then she even spotted him following her around town.
Don't you think it's just a little creepy that he knows all this stuff?
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm a happening dude, okay? People tell me things. The point is that once he sets his sights on a target, he's relentless.
You know, I've seen him around town, and he really has let himself go. But she'll scare him off. Your plan won't work, believe me, I know.
Not if we're talking in his other ear at the same time, saying things like, hey, she really does like you. You just need to try a little harder. Keep up the pressure.
She's scary. If she starts yelling at him, he won't be back. He won't believe a word you tell him. Besides, we are forgetting something, aren't we?
What?
What?
Mom. She'll smell this out a mile away.
She'll probably smell McCoy a mile away.
And we'll pay for it the rest of our lives.
Oh.
Well then, a distraction is needed. And I have just the thing.
Oh?
But it's gonna cost you some money.
Oh.
I'll plant the idea into Julie's head that she deserves a massage. And then I'll subtly suggest that she invite Kathy along. After all, she will have built up all kinds of undue stress. What with her mother being here and all.
Pales in comparison to my stress.
That may be true, Steve, but there's a universal understanding amongst most women that men don't have any stress. At least they don't know what real stress is. Women alone carry that burden. A man's stress is idle complaining. It's just the baby in that.
You're right.
Well, if nobody else has any better ideas, let's get going and start this up, okay? All right. I'll deal with Julie and get her moving on the massage. I'll arrange things with old man McCoy as soon as he gets here. Cody, talk to your friends. Get them over here. Hopefully, real soon.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's it.
What do you want me to do? You didn't give me anything.
Yeah, I think it's better that way.
Guess it's settled then.
Sounds good.
I don't know.
Now what?
I mean, I know I don't want her to live here. She makes my life miserable when she's here. But she is my grandmother, and all just seems a little cruel, even for me.
Think about it. She could be here forever. Or at least until you move out, whichever comes sooner.
It might ruin your chances for a girlfriend for, oh, I don't know, the next several years.
However slim those were anyway.
Okay, I'm in. I'll go call my friends. But if Mom finds out, please remember I had my doubts.
That's probably Mr. McCoy. Cody, you get the door.
You let me do all the talking. Saturday night. We just wanted to have you over to discuss a few things.
Well, how about me a drink at least?
Cody, get Mr. McCoy a drink.
But Dad!
If it's not tonight, then could I at least see a picture?
There's one over there on the table. I gotta hand it to you, buddy. He's a piece of work.
Hey, she's not too bad. Much younger than I thought.
Not her, that's my wife.
Not exactly up to my caliber.
At least we know he's not going blind.
Maybe at my age I shouldn't be so choosy. Over here with that brute, son. What is this?
I'm sorry, Wilfred. What did you get him, Cody?
Water.
Water? What are you trying to do? Drown me? Water?
That's it! wrong, Dad. This guy is wrong. He's a drunk. As much as I want Grandma out of here, this is over the top.
You just take care of your part and forget about the rest. And don't say a word of this to your mother, son. I mean it.
Whatever.
Let me get you another drink, Fred.
Never mind. I'll just get some when I get back to the car.
Whoa, wait, no. No, see, we just wanted to go over a few things and make sure we were clear on the arrangements. I mean, she hasn't dated in a while and she might be a little shy.
Oh, I'll just turn on the charm. Rarely fails. But you both gotta make me a promise.
What's that?
Not a word of this could get out to my other girlfriend.
Girlfriends? Well, I didn't think you had any.
Nothing official. I'm making progress with Helen Wilkins and Gretchen Boyle. They're coming around. I specialize in widows.
Gretchen Boyle changed her phone number.
Let the new number slip out.
And Helen Wilkins called the cops on ya.
Sometimes these widows just like to play hard to get. They like to chase. I'm getting thirsty, so I'm going to get going. I'll be over Saturday at 7. Make sure you have something to drink. And no what?
Thanks for coming over, Wilfred. We appreciate you helping us out. Do you think this is going to work? Because the prospect of failure is horrifying.
Could anyone be more perfect than old Ed McCoy?
He is perfect. Too perfect. Maybe Cody's right. Maybe this is too cruel.
Well, you know, it's not too late to back out. Just grin and bear your mother-in-law living here. Endure months, maybe years of constant misery.
Okay. But I do have a third approach. I just didn't want to talk about it in front of Cody.
What is it?
All I can say is that it involves a very sore subject with Eunice. Something near and dear to her. Money.
Well, every little bit helps. I mean, we put all of this together, she'll be out of here in a month. 2 months tops.
I hope you're right. Well, I'm on board. Let's do it.
Thanks again for inviting me, Cody. But having a party in the middle of the day? Are you sure you won't get in trouble with your parents?
You're such a loser, Williams. How many times does he have to say that it's okay with his parents? Just chill out.
Yeah, what could be better? We can make all the noise we want, all the mess we want. Isn't that right, Cody?
Yeah, that's right.
What do you care anyways, Williams? It's not your house. No one's gonna call home to mommy and tell on you.
Look, guys, I told you before. My grandma's come to visit, and, well, let's just say she's not very cool. I really don't want her to get comfortable, and I think you guys can help. Just act like you normally do, and I'm sure there'll be plenty. Is that okay?
It still makes me nervous. I don't and Dad would be so upset. I'd be grounded for a week, maybe a month. This just seems too weird.
Look, Marty. Look, Marty. You and I have been friends for a long time, despite the fact that my parents think you're a nice kid.
Wow, they think I'm a nice kid? I'm
Don't take it as a compliment. It's parents. Despite what they think, I want to give you a chance to hang out, play some cards, and chill. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing me. Please, just relax, listen to some music, and play some cards.
But I already lost all my chips in the first 3 hands. Who will give me some chips?
No one's going to give you more chips. You're really bad at poker. Besides, I think you're more useful getting food.
What was that? I thought you said no one was home.
Wow, for a smart gal, you really have trouble remembering things. I said my parents were home. That's my grandma. Frank, Jimmy, ramp it up. It's time to let her know we're here.
You heard it, Marty. Go crank the tunes, nice and loud.
And after that, go in the kitchen and give me some munchies. I'm getting hungry. Don't look now, Cody, but I think something's wrong. Is that your grandmother?
It looks like her, but I'm not sure.
She's got food
And rhythm.
She's a lot different than my grandmother.
I think she's gone mad. We're in trouble now. Your parents are going to blame us. I told you we shouldn't do this.
Hi, kids. I heard you down here and I thought you might be hungry. So I made this tray of cheese and meat. There's chips, veggies, and top in the kitchen. I hope you don't mind.
No?
Thanks, just set them right over there.
Cody, I thought she's supposed to be bothered. She doesn't look bothered.
Not at all.
I just love this music. I'm so sick of the oldies that my friends listen to, or worse yet, the Lawrence Welk reruns. This really makes you want to move. It has a snazzy beat.
She's gone mad. We're doomed.
What's snazzy? So, what are you playing?
Poker?
Duh, obviously poker. Is it Texas Hold'em, 7-card stud, 5-card draw?
It's 5-card draw.
My favorite. So, are you going to make me stand here all night, or is somebody going to invite me to play?
Wait, you know how to play?
You want to play?
I may have played once or twice. It's better than watching reruns on TV. So, how about it, guys?
I'm not sure about this. Mom and Dad might be upset if you play, especially Dad.
It's okay with me. I'm Jimmy. Hope you play better than her.
I know I can dress better than her.
I'm Frank, and I don't mind. We just knocked the geek out. Come on and sit down. Marty, put a new CD on.
I'm doomed.
So, how much money do I put in?
We aren't playing for money, Grandma. Mom and Dad are already going to be pissed. But if we bet money, I might knock it out of the house before graduation. Hey, Jimmy, get her some chips.
No money? Your parents never did know how to have fun.
That's what I said. Cody, we should play for money. Frank, deal the card.
I'm getting there.
So, you guys seem pretty cool. Well, most of you. What are you doing hanging out here? Don't you have girlfriends?
I had one 2 weeks ago. but it didn't last long.
Yeah, 3 days. Can't blame her for not sticking it out, can you?
At least I had one. Besides, it just proves my approach to the other sex.
This ought to be good. You better write this down, Marty. I'll take 2 cards.
1.
I have a pencil right here.
2.
3 for me.
So what's your approach, Frank?
I figure that most girls can only tolerate guys for so long. Most guys only date girls for a few weeks. They see each other an hour or so each day, and maybe 4 to 5 hours on the weekend.
Well, this story might take a while. I'm getting something to eat.
No, after 30 hours together, you know whether you like each other or not. But I say, why not get that 30-hour period over faster? Let's say in 3 days. After that, if she still wants to see you, maybe you have something. Although, I have never made it past that point.
I might have a girlfriend. If Haley would ever call.
Well, I'm just being a little choosy. I haven't found the right guy yet.
You think Marty's standards are too high. She requires the guy actually likes her.
Yeah, that counts all of us out.
Nerd.
With standards like that, that might take a while. Let's see, I'll bet 40.
I'm out.
Call.
Read 'em in weak, boys. 2 pair, kings over 10s.
That beats me.
You win.
Boy, that was too easy. Are you sure you guys know how to play?
Cody, your grandmother's cool. Nothing like you said.
Yeah, she rocks.
You know, maybe I was wrong. I guess she is okay.
I think you're more than okay.
Do you have any daughters?
That's my mom, you idiot!
Ew, that's sick.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I think she fit in at the nursing home better than I would.
Take that crap off!
I can't believe your parents have the CD.
I can believe it.
It's one of my favorites.
I can believe it. Take it off!
Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought you guys might enjoy something new.
God, why don't I go in the kitchen and get the chips and the veggies? Deal me in. I'll be right back. What the heck is going on?
Oh, Mrs. Archer, I tried to tell them we shouldn't do this. They said it would be okay, but I knew better.
Shut up, Marty!
Cody, what's going on?
We're just playing some cards, Mom. Nothing is going on.
Can I play?
No!
What were you thinking? I might expect something like this from Frank or Jimmy. I am so disappointed in you.
Hello, what's up?
What's up? Take a look around. It appears your son has placed it upon himself to throw a little card game. Wait a minute, did you know about this?
Not really, but it's no big deal. The boys are just having fun. I think you'd rather have them here than out and about. I mean, here you can keep tabs on them. After all, they aren't bothering anyone, are you, son?
No, we didn't bother anyone.
You are still in big trouble, mister. Oh my gosh, my mom. This must be awful for her. My mom, oh no.
Awful.
She's lost it. She's gone over the edge.
Hi, Michael. Give me a hug. Oh, hi, Steve. You can stay there. No need to give me a hug.
Hi, Budgie. Can I play cards too?
Sure, honey. I am so sorry about this. Cody never should have.
Sorry about what? I'm winning.
Then you're not upset?
Heavens, no.
Not upset.
I had such a good time, and Cody was nice enough to invite me to play. I got to know him better and to meet all his friends. They were all perfect angels. Wow, this one's a little odd. But they're good kids.
Yeah. Well, I think he's good kids.
Are we on for tomorrow?
I don't know. I probably have to do homework.
Believe me, I am not going to this again.
I think I'll try to find a girlfriend.
Good luck. You'll have plenty of free time.
See you later, guys. Thanks for coming over.
I'll play. Cody, you clean up in here. I am so disappointed with you, son.
I'm disappointed too.
Don't be so hard on him. You have to let him be a boy sometimes. Quit being a mother hen.
It is sometimes the part about being a mother I enjoy the most. I better go make some dinner before the family
Oh,
starts.
I've got this tray here of cheese and meat for an appetizer, if anybody wants one. And I put a roast in the oven. I hope you don't mind. Just trying to help.
I certainly don't mind.
Now that you mention it, something does smell unusually good in the house.
Oh, Mom, thank you. I appreciate it.
Did you make macaroni and cheese too?
You know I wouldn't forget your favorite.
Isn't it great having Budgie here?
Yes, I'm great.
Michael, why don't you come with me? I'm going to go in the kitchen and see if there's something I can do.
I'll stay here and make sure Cody cleans up.
Since you're going to stay here, you can help him.
I thought he's the one being punished.
Steve?
Okay.
I couldn't help it, Dad.
Couldn't help it, Cody? What the heck happened? You're supposed to be annoying to your grandmother, not me.
I did everything I could. Everything you told me. You were loud, messy, and obnoxious. But she seemed to fit right in. In fact, it wasn't that bad. Actually, fun.
I'll get it. Fun. Do you actually think it's fun having her live with us? Do you enjoy sharing your mom with us? Oh, hi, Jay.
Came over as soon as I figured the dust had settled. So, how did it go? How upset was she?
She's not upset. I am. Cody, you tell him how it went.
She really isn't that bad, Dad. In fact, the guys even liked her. Heck, Frank liked her so much, he wants to date Mom.
That is awkward.
Look, I think we need to reconsider all of this. You should give her another chance, Dad.
Okay. I gathered that things did not go as well as we had hoped. Wow. What smells so good in here?
Eunice made dinner.
I should send Julie over here for some tips.
You're not helping. And besides, I think Julie's beyond help. No offense, Jay.
None taken.
I know I don't like the living arrangements, and I know it was only one time, but I'm beginning to think Grandma isn't that bad. I think we can actually get along. In fact, I don't want to be a part of this plan anymore.
A deserter.
Call me what you must. It's just not right.
It's not okay, and I can't make you participate, but we're still going through with it. Just remember, not a word to your mother or your grandmother.
I won't say anything, but I certainly don't like it either.
You know, I'm not as naive as you to think it'll be all happy with her here. You've done enough damage. Why don't you go study?
It's Friday night. I don't have to do my homework until Sunday.
Then go clean your room, take out the trash, do something.
Dinner's ready.
Start without me. I need to talk to Jay for a minute.
Okay, hi, Jay.
Go eat, Cody. And remember, not a word.
Yeah.
Buddy, I am so sorry that things did not go as well as we had hoped.
Not well at all. But we can't lose faith. We still have 2 other parts of the plan.
Well, we almost had a big problem. Old man McCoy started to tell me he wasn't going to make it. I guess he got a better offer.
We should never have shown him her picture.
Well, I got things straightened out. He'll be here a week from tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp. We just need to make sure that we have better drinks for him this time.
Hey, Kathy told me about the massage. I put up the expected opposition. She won, of course.
Wives usually do win, even if you put up a fight or not.
You're right, but if I didn't at least complain, she'd be suspicious.
Dinner does smell good. I mean, maybe we could get a bite to eat. I'd at least like to taste it.
Not a chance. The last thing I need is for you to like having my mother-in-law here. Especially with Cody having bailed.
I promise. I'll still work hard to get her out of here. Some nourishment would help. Please, sir. Just one bite.
We have to get serious.
Well, are you even sure that you want to go through with this plan? I mean, maybe Cody's right. Maybe you two can learn to get along. How did it get so bad between the two of you in the first place?
Well, it all started the first night I went to Kathy's house to pick her up.
Well, that's pretty much the beginning.
Yeah, she wasn't ready on time, something I've gotten used to over the years. And Eunice was in the kitchen with her friend Bee, and they were playing Scrabble. She said Kathy would be a while, so she invited me to play, so I did. That moment was the pinnacle of our relationship. It was all downhill from there.
So what happened? How badly did they beat you?
Oh, Bee was close, but I beat her. Eunice wasn't even close. I thumped her pretty good. I could tell she wasn't happy, and I never told Kathy the details, but Eunice was never nice to me after that. I don't think that's going to change overnight or anytime soon.
Well, if you're absolutely positive about going through with this, then you know I'm with you.
I'm absolutely positive.
Mom says get in there for dinner.
Food's getting cold, Steve. I hope you enjoy it.
Why, thank you.
I know I would. But I guess I better get back to my own house. No?
That was a great dinner, Bubba. What do you want to do now?
Well, I think your mother would want you to get started on your homework.
Do I have to go now?
Yeah, but not before you give me a good night hug.
I'm glad you and Cody are getting along better. Maybe you can get him to be nicer to me.
Don't press your luck. That won't change anytime soon.
I think you'd better get going before your mom gives you a crack on the butt.
Too late. He already has one.
Very funny.
Grandma, I wanted to thank you for covering for me earlier. I could tell Mom was really mad.
Covering for you? Cody, I meant what I said. Well, maybe I stretched the truth a little bit when I said you invited me to play. But a little white lie is never that bad.
Especially if you're the one telling it.
I had a good time. You're not a bad kid. But I do want to talk to you about something.
What's that?
You mentioned a girl, Haley, that is almost your girlfriend.
She's a girl from school.
I figured that part out.
All I don't know, it's just, she's really cute and I guess I have a crush on her. I asked her to go out with me last week and she said she'd let me know. I really thought she'd call by now.
If she's not sure if she wants to go out with you, she's the one missing out. Sometimes girls like a challenge. Don't be so eager. Pay attention to some other girls and see what happens.
You mean, play hard to get?
Not exactly. But if she's interested, she'll let you know. Especially if she sees you have interest in others. Take my word for it.
Thanks, Grandma. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but it's certainly better than just sitting around.
And do me a favor.
What's that?
Let me know how it turns out.
You'll be the first to know. Well, I think I should probably do my homework before Mom gives me a crack, too. Good night. Thanks again, Grandma.
Anytime, Cody. Oh, and Cody?
Yes?
You can call me Butchie if you like.
I will. Butchie.
You boys better get off to bed. Where'd they go? Off to do their homework and then to bed, I suppose. And they went willingly on a Friday night? Something must be wrong. They wanted to stay and play, but I told them they better get things done. And they didn't put up a fight? Not much. You really have two nice boys. Well, I think I'm off to bed too. Good night, honey. Good night, Mom.
So, how much did you have to beg her to go on this date?
Someday you might understand, but I doubt it. All you have to be is witty and handsome, and the girls come running.
Which direction? This is the only one that hasn't run the other way. What did you have to do to get this girl anyway?
Honestly, I didn't even beg, and I didn't have to try hard. I just did what Butchie told me to do.
Butchie? What does she know about girls?
She used to be one. Or maybe they haven't taught you that in school yet.
We went through that last year. It was gross. I don't think girls were the same back then. When did you start calling her Butchie?
She told me to call her that last week after the poker game. You don't mind, do you? As if I care.
I don't mind. So, what did she tell you to do to get this girl? Not that I'd ever be interested.
She told me to not try so hard. Make them think you're interested, but not too much.
Really?
So I started talking to some other girls, even flirting a little. Granted, I still talked to Haley, maybe said hi a couple times, but that was it. Then yesterday at school, she asked me what I was doing this weekend.
And you told her nothing, because that's what you were going on every weekend.
I told her I might go hang out at Frank's house or maybe just hang out around our house. Then she asked if I'd like to go to the movies with her.
She asked you? How ugly is this girl?
Shut up! She's hot.
Hot or not? You better hope she has no sense of smell. Does Dad know you used his whole bottle of aftershave? She'll smell you coming a block away.
Well, laugh at me all you want, but as you can see, I'm the one with the date. Haley's dad is going to take us to the movies.
Her dad's going? How romantic.
Haley's dad promised just to take us to the theater and not be back for another 3 hours. Haley and I are going to get ice cream afterwards.
You're making all this up. Jimmy, like you usually do?
Well, go ahead and ask Dad. See if I'm lying.
He's probably lying, but ask me anyway.
Cody says he has a date.
I'm afraid he's telling the truth, as hard as that is to believe.
This must be your first girlfriend ever.
Hey, I've had plenty of girls before. I just don't kiss and tell. Let's just say I wouldn't tell either of you about it.
Hey, I remember one of your girlfriends. The 6th grade, I believe it was. What was her name? Heather something?
Heather Logan. Can we go now?
You even went to the store with Jimmy to buy her a friendship ring. I think you kept it in your pocket for 2 months trying to give up the nerve to give it to her.
It was only a few days. Come on, Dad, I have to go.
Did you ever give the ring to her?
Of course I gave it to her. What kind of idiot buys a ring and doesn't give it to the girl?
Did you give it to her?
I'm gonna beat him up.
Yeah, he kind of gave it to her. Ask him to tell you what happened.
Come on, Dad, I hate this story. I have to go.
They're not here yet. Just tell your brother what happened. Or maybe you want me to finish the story.
Fine. I was really anxious and nervous, so I kind of just tossed the ring in her direction right away before she could say a word. I couldn't build up the nerve to talk to her for another week. And by then, it was too late. She already had another boyfriend. I never did get that ring back.
Let's hope you can do a little better this time.
Come on, Michael, let's go.
You two aren't following me, are you?
No, I'm just dropping him off at Jacob's house to spend the night. We'll be right back. Is your stuff in the car, Michael?
All set.
That's probably Julie. Now remember, we're going to the spa tonight for our massage, and it'll just be you and my mom at home, so don't stir up any trouble.
No problem, and I remembered about the massage. And Jay said he's coming over later to keep me out of trouble.
That's reassuring.
About Dad and Jay tonight.
Oh, honey, did I forget to wish you luck on your date? Everything's going to go fine. Now remember to be a perfect gentleman. Buy the popcorn and open the doors for her.
I know, it's just that
I think your ride's here, Cody. You better get going. Hey, Julie, did Jay say what time he was coming over?
He said something about after you got back from taking Cody, but he was watching the Golf Channel. So most of what came out was, "You the man," and the rest was incoherent.
I'll give him a call when I get back. You guys enjoy the massage.
Thanks, honey. Take care.
Hi, Kathy. I know I'm early, but I just had to get out of the house. Talking with Jay is never too exciting, but when he's watching golf, it's almost unbearable.
Well, I'll trade you houses, at least for a while. You might have boredom, but things are out of control here.
Steve and your mom having it out?
No, they're actually getting along better than hoped. Food goes a long way with that man.
Oh, Cody not doing so well?
No, they're getting along great. He actually goes to her for advice.
It can't be Michael now, could it?
No. They're doing fine. I think they'll always get along, at least until he's a teenager.
Then what could be wrong?
I think it's me.
You're not getting along with Michael?
No, Julie, it's me and my mom. Every time she's come to visit before, it's been such a relief when she leaves. Steve never wants her to visit, and the last few times Cody's had real problems with her.
But I thought they were just starting to get along.
That's just it. After she's left before, and I know this sounds awful, but I get a certain warm feeling inside. Steve seems more appreciative of what I do.
I thought he didn't talk to you for 3 days last time she left.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's an improvement.
Good point.
And Cody would come home from school and share his day with me. As strange as this may sound, my mother brought our family together in kind of a perverse way. As you would say, she's the common enemy.
Well, we can pray it will be no different this time.
Julie, she may never leave. She has taken over my house. She arranges all the dinners. She reorganized my kitchen. I went to make cookies the other day and I couldn't find any of the spices. I don't know where things are anymore.
You made cookies?
No, my mother made them, 4 batches.
She does make good cookies.
Oh, even Jay likes her cookies better.
I'll talk to Jay. He'll change his story. Don't you worry about that.
And Steve has never seemed so eager for dinner. I mean, I know she's a great cook, but were my meals that bad?
Don't worry, dear. You have many other good qualities.
Aw, and now Cody has a girlfriend.
Why is that so bad? Should I worry?
No, she's nice enough, I suppose. But he credits my mother with giving him the advice on how to get her.
What did she tell him?
Oh, she said ignore her, play hard to get.
And I suppose that worked.
Yes.
Then how dare he give her the credit?
Julie, that's not how I want my son to behave. I want him to be a gentleman. I want him to treat women with respect and dignity.
Oh yeah, good advice. You know, you didn't always like the nice boys. I don't think anybody did.
But you know what, Julie? He got the girl with mom's advice. So what does that say about what I'm trying to teach him?
Look, Kathy, it's just one thing. I'm sure Cody will be fine. And if not, I really don't see Steve going over to your mother's side. 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Yeah, that's probably true. Steve's transformation would be a little weird.
As a matter of fact, didn't you find it just a little odd that Jay and Steve didn't put up more of a fight about this massage?
Well, Steve did put up a fight, but it lacked his usual passion. I think something is up.
Well, you know men. You can see right through their transparencies.
You know what, Julie? If Steve is trying to find a way to upset my mother, if he is even trying to get her to shorten her stay, I hope he succeeds.
You don't really mean that. At least not the part about letting one of the men's plans succeed.
Good point. What do you suggest?
Oh, how about a quick return after the massage is over? I know they're thinking we're going out to dinner, but let's come right back and see exactly what's up.
What if nothing is up? You want to risk dinner out?
Let's decide after the massage.
Decide what?
On where we're going to go to dinner tonight.
Well then, it's a good thing it's not you and I going out to dinner, my dear. An hour and a half would hardly be enough time for us to eliminate all the places we don't want to go.
Well, when it's just us women, McDonald's and the all-you-can-eat buffet are already eliminated. It's a shorter list.
Oh, these cookies are getting better and better with every visit.
My mother made them.
Oh, well, they're not that good then. Didn't you ladies say that you were leaving early?
Come on, let's go. We don't want to be late.
Well, that's hardly a normal concern of yours, my dear. But then again, this is a massage.
Hey, Jay, make yourself at home. My mom's in her room, and she should be there for the night. Steve will be home shortly.
Bye.
Ta-ta. Wilford, are you on your way over? What possibly could have changed since the other day? Yes, she's here, and she is anxious to meet you. All right, then. I appreciate you keeping your word. All right, see you in a few minutes.
Hi, Steve. Welcome back.
See, you've made yourself to home.
Kathy said it was okay. She said to wait for you.
No problem. Is everything all set?
All set. Just got off the phone with McCoy. He'll be here any minute.
Let's go over the plan one more time. When he gets in here, you get him a drink, something stronger than last time.
Not a problem.
When he gets comfortable, I'll go get Eunice.
Well, how are you going to get her out here?
I'll just tell her that a friend of mine's coming over, someone older than me. I'm hoping that she'll think they have something in common. At the very least, I'll just have her come and introduce herself.
I hope that works.
I'll make it work. You just make sure that when she gets out here, she sits right next to Wilfred.
Hey, don't you worry about me. I remember my part.
Then, when he moves in close to her, you and I can ease on out of the room and enjoy from the kitchen. That's probably Wilfred. You get the door, I'll make sure everything's all set.
Love is in the air.
What the hell is going on? Did you say to come right over? I could come back later.
No! I mean, why are you dressed like that?
I'm not used to wearing a coat and tie. Doesn't it match well? I was worried.
Let me get you a drink. I think I'm going to have one too.
Nothing for me, thank you. I have decided to give it up.
No! This is wrong! All wrong! Steve, get in here!
What's wrong? Where's Wilfred?
I'm right here.
No! What the hell's going on?
It's like putting aluminum siding on an outhouse. I thought you said you went over everything. Did you tell me where? There are some things that men just do not discuss. Besides, neither one of us could have anticipated this. Don't blame me.
Hurry and give him a drink.
I tried that. He said he didn't want one. He's giving it up.
Then hurry and get me one. Maybe we can tempt him.
I have given it up.
Why are you doing this to us?
You fellas aren't making any sense. I thought I should clean up my act a little before I met your mother.
It's my mother-in-law, and this is hardly a little change. You have new clothes, you don't drink, you don't stink. What happened?
Actually, I have you boys. You made an impression on me the other day.
Whatever I did, I'm sorry. What did I do?
But mainly it was the boy, the one who gave me the drink.
He's grounded for a month.
I heard what he said about me. He said I was a drunk. He said I was wrong. He was right.
Grounded till he goes to college.
So I went and talked to Gretchen Boyle, the lady I thought was my girlfriend. We had a good heart-to-heart talk. She confirmed what the boys said. I was so ashamed.
Oh, I am so sorry, Steve.
She suggested I go see the priest. Maybe he could give me some advice and direction.
Father Riley?
Yes. He helped me a lot. Said I shouldn't live with the shame, but I needed to change my life. I thought tonight would be a great start.
Priests don't live normal lives. What the hell do they know? For God's sake, they don't even have mother-in-laws.
You about obviously never met a nun.
Father Riley helped a lot. I vowed from that point on to give up the bottle. I am going to do the best I can to be a respectable person. God help me.
Oh, I think we're going to need some of his help now, too.
I even hesitated to come here tonight. But I've made a promise, and you can't very well start with a new person with breaking a promise.
Well, God may not have understood, but we would have.
Where is your mother-in-law? I would be honored to meet her.
This just isn't going to work. I'm sorry, Wilfred. I guess the plans for tonight are canceled. You can go home.
If you insist.
Not so fast. Not so fast. Wait. Maybe we can find a minister. You know, to give him different advice.
It's okay, Jay. Thanks for coming over, Wilfred. I hope it works all well for you. Show him to the door, please, Jay.
You can be sure of one thing. My offering this Sunday, ka-wah! Cut in half!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had company.
Why, thank you. It's been a long time since I've been called company in this house.
I was talking about your friend.
He just stopped for a second. He's just leaving.
You sure dress up for a casual visit.
Thank you.
Well, aren't you going to introduce us?
My apologies. Eunice Walker, Wilfred McCoy, Wilfred, Eunice.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I think it's best I be going.
You're Wilfred McCoy?
Yes.
The Wilfred McCoy who graduated from Elmdale High School?
Why, yes I am. How do you know that?
You probably don't remember me. I was a grade below you in school. Eunice Prentice?
You're Eunice Prentice. I certainly remember you. Let me take a look at you. Oh, I should have recognized you right off. You haven't changed much since then.
What did you tell her she looked that bad in high school?
You are still very lovely. What a coincidence. You know, I had a crush on you my senior year.
Oh! Isn't this exciting? I mean, no. God, no.
Hey, Wilfred, aren't you supposed to go meet your lady friend Gretchen?
You have a girlfriend?
Oh, she's just a friend of mine. And no, I'm not supposed to meet her.
Well, if you don't have to leave just now, why don't you come over and sit down and we'll have a nice chat, if only for a few minutes.
Sure, I have time. It'd be my pleasure.
Why, thank you. My feet are killing me. Please, go on.
Well, I'm a little embarrassed, but tell me about the crush.
It was a long time ago. But sitting with you here now, I remember why I had that crush.
Makes one of us.
I liked you too.
You had an odd way of showing it. I remember trying to talk with you several times. You were always nice. You never showed me much extra interest. Plus, you had all those guys chasing you. I didn't think I had a chance.
I was playing hard to get. A little too hard, I guess. By the time I noticed you weren't paying any attention to me anymore, you already had a girlfriend.
I ended up marrying her. I just lost her a couple months ago, after over 40 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been a widow for 20 years. It just doesn't seem to get any easier.
Oh. I have to go to the bathroom.
So go!
Steve.
Oh.
You know, Eunice, your son's been acting very strange all night. Is he okay?
He's my son-in-law. And he is acting a little more strange than usual. Is there something the matter?
Everything's fine. Couldn't be better. Why do you ask? Hey, Wilfred, when do you start your AA meetings?
Come on, Wilfred, why don't we go in the kitchen where we can have a little more privacy and we won't be bothering Steve and Jay?
You're not a bother.
Let's do that. You're still such a pleasure to talk to.
Sit back down. You can't go.
What are you talking about?
I would expect that Kathy would want me to keep an eye on the two of you. Be a chaperone.
A chaperone? I haven't had a chaperone since I was 17 years old. I'm not about to start again now. I suggest you sit here and get a grip. If Kathy has a problem, I'll deal with her. Come on, Wilfred.
Aren't they a cute couple? Why did they go into the kitchen?
Shut up, Jay. I guess it's over.
Over? Oh, it looks like they're getting along just fine.
Our plans are over. I guess I just need to quit and accept the situation.
Well, what about that third option you had? Let's try that.
I'm sure it won't work now. Not after what happened tonight. I was thinking about charging her rent. I figured it'd be the final straw, but it's just no use.
Rent? Isn't that a little cold? Even for you?
I actually got the idea from Eunice. We lived with her for a short while when we were first married. The day we moved in, she took Kathy and I aside and said, "You have to pay rent." It was only $300 a month, but that was a lot for us back then.
She actually charged you rent?
Yeah, she said it was important. It was a way to teach us responsibility.
Well, you were 25 years old. What else did you need to know about responsibility?
I didn't think I needed to learn anything, especially from her. But I paid it. I figured I'd use the responsibility argument against her now. It's just not worth the effort.
So, how long did you live with her?
6 months, 2 weeks, and 5 days. Used to remember it down to the hours and minutes, but those details are starting to blur over time.
Well, maybe it's a good sign. Is it really that bad having her here?
You know, actually it's not. At least not like it has been in the past. To be honest, I really think she's trying to make it work. On the upside, she's been making the meals. I must say, the woman can cook.
I wouldn't know. I only get to smell it.
I guess that all that's left for me now is to make an effort. I'm resigned to try and be nicer.
Search your feelings, Steve. Cody has already turned to the dark side. He no longer thinks his grandmother is bad. Maybe he's right.
Perhaps, but he's still grounded.
Of course.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Jay. Everything okay?
Not bad.
Everything's fine, honey. How was the massage?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Oh, wait, honey, no!
Oh, I can't believe what I saw last night.
I might not believe it either. If someone would tell me what it was.
Don't you feel a little less angry now that you've had a chance to sleep on it?
Not in the least. As a matter of fact, I think I'm even more upset. I mean, for God's sake, Steve, I leave you in charge for just a few hours and this is what happens.
What happens?
What am I supposed to do? I make it a point of avoiding her as much as possible. We keep our conversations to a minimum. Do you think I'm just going to tell your mother what she can and can't do? I told her you'd be upset. And she just didn't care. I think you should be mad at her.
Oh, don't you think you can get out of it this easily? I don't want to have to worry every time I leave you in charge. Next thing you know, I'll find Cody in the kitchen.
Can someone please tell me what I'll be doing in the kitchen?
Don't you think you're overreacting?
Dad, even I know that was a mistake.
Overreacting? I come home to find my mother and some strange man kissing at the kitchen table. And you think I'm overreacting?
Oh, why did you have to tell me that?
It was only a little kiss on the cheek.
Only slightly less disturbing. It still sickens me, though.
Shut up, Cody.
Yes, Mom.
Cody, if I ever come home to find you kissing a girl at the kitchen table, you will not see the light of day for months. Do you understand me?
Yes, Mom. But remember, I haven't done anything wrong. Yet. Yes! Well, I don't see how it's fair. Getting yelled at for something my grandma did. Is Dad grounded too? Okay, I'll shut up.
I fear my fate is much worse. So what did you say to your mother?
Oh, I didn't say anything yet, but I intend to. I was just too shocked last night. Why don't you go start the car, and Cody, you go with them.
No need to tell me twice.
Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
Look, honey, I can tell you're still mad. I apologize for what happened, but I really think you're making more of this than what it deserves.
You were kissing a man!
It's not the first time.
Well, it is for me. And in my kitchen table. And in my home. I never expected something like this to happen.
This isn't the only thing bothering you, is it?
No, Mom, it isn't. I thought that having you stay here would work out. And it has in some ways. I mean, look how close you and Cody have become.
He's a great kid.
And even Steve seems to have grown to at least tolerate you.
He's still a little odd.
And now it's just me, Mom. I thought it would work, but I don't think it will.
You don't like me? I guess I can handle that. Jesus Christ was the nicest man that ever lived. And a lot of people didn't like him.
It's not that I don't like you, Mom. It's just that I don't think we can live together.
What are you saying?
I know that I might seem busy being a wife and a mom and working all at the same time. But the fact is, I love being a wife. I love being a mom.
Mom?
What is it?
Dad sent me in to see what was going on. For some reason, he didn't want to come in himself.
Go back and tell your father to go pick up Michael and come back here. I'm gonna be a few more minutes. I know you're trying to. You help the kids with their homework, and you make all the dinners. You even make Jay happy with your cookies.
He's peculiar in that one.
And then you give Cody advice on how to get a girlfriend.
That was good advice, wasn't it?
It might have worked, Mom, but it wasn't my advice. I want to be needed by my family, even if I'm not always appreciated. Mom, I want the job I had back. I won't have it for much longer.
I know exactly what you mean.
Don't get me wrong. It would be great if Steve would send me flowers, or Cody would give me a thank you card, or Michael would give me lots of hugs.
Your dad never sent me flowers.
But the point is, Mom, that as much as I might complain about Steve and the boys taking me for granted, I don't regret a moment of it. You should understand that, being a mom.
I do. Honestly, the saddest days of my life were when each of you went off on your own. I guess I was being a little selfish. I was trying to get that feeling back.
I love you, Mom. I want you to be happy. I want you to get that feeling back, but not at my expense.
I'm so sorry, Kathy. I never meant to hurt you.
Thanks for understanding. I feel a lot better now. So let's talk about that man last night.
I think one lecture topic a day is enough, don't you?
I do. But I think even though we don't have to hurry, we should try to find you another place to stay.
Well, after you were so upset last night, I decided I'd better be prepared. I went ahead and called my brother Harold. I'm going to stay with him for a while.
I didn't think you liked Uncle Harold.
Well, at our age, you can't let family grudges go on too long. You might die before you make up. We worked it out about a year ago.
And you won't mind staying there?
Well, with Aunt Irene dead and the kids all gone from the house, I think he'll appreciate me.
Mom!
Just kidding, honey. But do me a favor.
What's that?
Don't say anything to the kids or Steve until after I'm gone. You know how much I hate mushy goodbyes. Just tell them that I love them and I'll be back to visit soon. You can even emphasize the back to visit soon part to Steve.
Somehow I don't think he'll mind it that much. You don't need help with your stuff though?
No, I don't have that much. The girls are going to be here anytime anyway. They'll help. Don't worry, I'll manage.
I love you, Mom.
Now, I warned you about those mushy goodbyes.
I better get going before Steve gets enough nerve to send Cody back in here. We'll only be a little while. We're just running to the grocery store.
I'll probably be gone before you get back.
Bye, Mom.
Oh, hi, Bee. Come on in. Where's Claire?
Oh, she said she had something else to do today, but she couldn't remember what it was.
Well, did you tell her the whole story? How I needed help with my stuff?
Oh, I figure what's the use? She'd have forgotten by the time she got here anyway.
So I see you broke down and bought the cane.
My hip is so bad today, I can hardly lift my leg.
Good thing you're not a dog.
That would be rough. So did you tell the family that you're leaving? I know how you are about goodbyes.
Kathy and I had a talk just before you came. Even though I told you I thought it'd be best if I left, I was surprised she asked me to leave.
She asked you to leave?
Yeah, but she was very nice about it, and it makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised she or Steve didn't ask me for rent first.
Well, that would have gotten you out of here in a heartbeat.
You got that right.
So, tell me about this man you were with last night.
Calm down, Bee. Wilfred McCoy. I don't know if you remember him or not.
No, not really.
He's such a gentleman and very nice. We're just friends, and I think it's going to stay that way.
Well, perhaps you could introduce him to me.
You haven't changed. You used to try to hone in on my boyfriends when we were younger. No, I think I'll save that introduction until I see where this goes.
Well, how about me and your brother Harold?
I don't think Harold's ready for you as a girlfriend. He's getting pretty feeble, both mentally and physically. I was thinking of fixing him up with Claire. Oh, just stay there. I'll get it. Well, hi, Frank. Come on in.
I was wondering if Cody was home.
He's not here right now, but I'll leave him a note and let him know that you came by.
Well, I wanted to thank you anyways. For the advice you gave. Cody's grandmother.
You can call me Eunice. Thank me for what?
for the advice.
I gave you advice?
Well, you did tell Cody, and Cody told me, and it worked.
I'm barely following you.
I think Claire would have lost him a long time ago. Frank, this is my friend B.
Nice to meet you. Anyways, you told Cody not to try so hard. Play a little hard to get.
And?
It worked. I have this girl I like, and next week we're going on a date.
Congratulations! I'm happy for you.
Well, at least somebody can get a date. Does she have any single grandfathers?
B. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Frank. Now you can do me 2 favors as repayment.
You want me to repay you?
Just 2 favors.
Okay. What are they?
First of all, don't tell your mother I gave you advice.
Why not?
Take my word for it.
Okay, what's the second?
Would you help me with my bags out to the car?
You're leaving?
Yeah, but I'll be back to visit.
And when you return, the poker game will be back on?
I guarantee it. B, will you show Frank to the kitchen where the bags are? My car's out back. I'll be there in a minute.
You boys wait here while I put the groceries away.
So, how was the date?
It went pretty well. The movie was just okay, but we got along well.
Did you kiss her?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, I do.
Too bad, Michael. I'm not going to tell you.
Tell him what?
Cody said he kissed Haley.
You kissed her?
He's lying, Dad. Wait until Mom and Dad are around. I'm going to get you married.
Just saw Eunice leaving the house with 2 people. She had her stuff with her. What's going on?
What? Thought she left?
Don't worry. I talked to her before she left. She's going to go stay with her brother. Everything will be just fine.
I guess that's okay. I sure will miss the meals.
Don't worry, Steve. She said she'd come back to visit you.
Who's gonna help me with my homework?
I need her help. I have a second date with Haley.
Don't worry. Your father and I can help you with that.
Who's gonna bake the cookies?
Enough! Everyone sit down and shut up! Michael, I will help you with your homework. Cody, you will get all the advice you need about girls from me. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if it works. Steve, you will eat my dinners as before, and you will like them. Jake, you will eat my cookies or you will eat none. This house is returning to normal. Does everyone understand that? Does anyone have any questions?
Mom, you know a lot more than Butchie. I could use your help on my homework.
Now that Haley likes me, I think your advice would be better, Mom.
I always did love your cooking, honey.
I'm sorry. I like Eunice's cookies better. But yours are pretty good too.
Hey, she's come back.
I hope that's Butchie.
She changed her mind.
Cookies again!
Quiet! Everyone sit down! I will get the door.
What's wrong, honey?
Steve, it's for you. It's your mother.
to the Wild Wild West. A state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Back a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass him be. The state where you never find a dance floor empty and pimp speed. On a mission for them greens. Lean, mean, money making machines, serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon. Now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California, yeah. To no good.